Dame Dash is taking shots at you. He was one of the most powerful guys in the position. He was with whole Rockefeller.
Yeah.
And I had him on my show, and he didn't really want to talk about anything, but occasionally he'll go on his IG live and say this, this, and this. What's the issue? What's going on with Dame?
I don't have no issue with Dame Dash. I went back to the video. That's why I stopped doing my lives. I went back to see, did I diss him? I didn't diss him. And he took something I had said prior and just accepted that. Mm-hmm. And he said that I said he was delusional. I did not say he was delusional. I just said, I used an example where JayZ said in the record, if you made Hove, go make another Hove.
Right.
And I ain't seen nobody make another Hove, right? Now, Dame Dash, he's in a point of his life. It's very sad to see what's going on with Dame Dash, right? But sometimes you so smart that you stand in the way of yourself and you block your own blessings. And you just going and he responded to me he know what time. Damon Dash, you know what time it is. You know that, right?
He could have just
No, but he just know the difference between me and him.
Right.
Let's be clear. Okay?
Come on, Joe.
So the way he came at me was for me to respond, and then I felt like this was all a clout clickbait, and it wasn't that serious. I respect him as a brilliant mind. Hear this too, Dave. I respect him as a brilliant mind, somebody who contributed to hip hop so much. And like I said, I'm in positivity. My immediately Fat Joe Warrior was to snap back and start. And I realized, yo, bro, this is the man. He did so much for hip hop culture. I can't drag him while he's down, or right. That's just not in me. You know what I mean? So I stepped to the side. I let him go at me, take some shots, and was like, all right, Dame, cool. You know what I'm saying? But, it's sad to see where he's at right now, to be honest with you. And I don't know where he's at, but it's sad.
How do you think JayZ is doing in the role that he has with the NFL?
I feel great. I mean, the last year was Usher. Usher broke a record.
Yeah. I think didn't he have Rihanna? I think Rihanna.
Rihanna before that, J-Lo and Shakira. It's been incredible.
Dre, Snoop, 50, M, Mary.
Now let's go. I did understand Lil Wayne's point of view.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I did understand Cash Money's point of view. It's New Orleans, it's a small market. Those are the kings of New Orleans. Either way, I love Kendrick performing, and Kendrick is the hottest guy in 2024. So I understood that, but I did usually when people do some shit, I'm really like, yo, my man, come on, please.
Right.
This was legit. This was legit that Lil Wayne could have performed and held down the halftime. He could have brought Drake, he could have brought Nicki Minaj, he could have brought the Hot Boys.
Yeah.
I mean, it was legit. It was legit. It was like, I understand I don't want to take none for Kendrick Lamar because he earned it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I wouldn't have minded a Cash Money halftime.
Is it a situation, because we saw what happened at the LA Super Bowl where they had Dre, they had Snoop, because prior to that, we had never seen a situation where a hometown act got to perform. Because when it was in Atlanta, they had Maroon 5. And last I checked, Maroon 5 ain't from the 8.
Yeah.
They bypassed Usher, they bypassed Outkast and T.I. and Luda and whomever, Future, all those.
Well, who did that? That was before JayZ.
That was before Hov. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. But I'm saying, so I think that we thought that once JayZ got in there and they saw Dr. Dre and they saw Snoop at LA, they just automatically assume now if the Super Bowl's in somebody's hometown, they gonna get it. And it doesn't work like that.
Does not. It does not. It's a lot of politics that go involved. Just like you. You from LA, right? You live in LA.
Yeah.
Every 1 second is Kendrick Lamar on that radio.
Yeah.
The people who make decisions of the NFL live in LA. Mm-hmm. And they listening to that radio, and every 1 second is Kendrick Lamar. So they thinking that's all over America ringing off like that. And so they picked him. He's the biggest guy for 2024. I love it either way.
Right.
And who's to say that he doesn't bring out Lil Wayne? Who's to say they don't rock out like that. You
And
know,
bring the Cash Money, or bring out Master No Limit Soldiers, or have some aspect of the New Orleans, because
me and X, I'm a big fan of New Orleans hip hop
Right.
from day one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They helped this hip hop evolve. The Cash Money, the No Limit, the New Orleans always been the shit in hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they could have. Would you have felt better if they'd have brought out the Neville brothers? If they'd have brought out Wynton and
Not
Brandon
me.
Marcellus?
Not
Well, I'm just saying. So, I mean, Harry Connick Jr., they're native.
God bless them. Maybe they could have played behind it. Now, I would have respected it if Lil Wayne was performing
Right.
and the Neville brothers are playing the
Right.
music behind them.
Right.
That's inclusion.
Right.
But to hear that, I'd rather hear Kendrick Lamar or the Cash Money crew.
Right. You mentioned earlier that when you get called to the yard, if you're in that situation, they call you to the yard. So in the situation where you got a mic battle going on, and somebody say, bring your mic to the studio, you got to go.
Yes, sir.
You said you didn't like that J. Cole didn't respond. Would Joe have responded?
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I set myself up on verses. So I did verses. I knew Ja Rule would win.
Right.
He's my brother. I love him to death. So they was like, yo, Joe, I could have picked the less opponent.
Right.
It was on me. So they was like, yo, Joe, you super viral. We want you to do verses. Then they told me, yo, I know I negotiated a huge bag.
Right.
I'm going to be honest with you, to do verses. And then Swiss B told me, whoever you pick, get the same bag that you got. Wow. So I got on the phone, called Ja Rule so fast, because that's my brother. I love Ja Rule to death. And I was like, yo, Ja. He was like, nah, I don't want to go against you, Joe. I said, no, it ain't like, bro, you're going to get the bag.
Yeah.
Right? And Ja Rule, he got 40 number ones. Like, I knew that boy was going to go crazy at that. But it didn't matter to me. You know, he's my brother. I wanted him to get the bag.
Real,
I wanted
Joe.
him to get the shine.
Joe, that's real.
That's real
Not a
talk.
whole lot of people would have done that, because a lot of times I want to be in a situation, I want to shine, I want to win. And you, hold on, I would rather win than have somebody get equal bag.
Yeah, but nah, that's not me.
You're a real one for that, though.
Yeah, I'm not like that. For me, I wanted to see my brother come back.
Right.
I wanted him to get the spotlight. Why do that? Or why even feel good spanking up some other rapper that I knew only had 2 or 3 hits, and just start spanking them up on there, and y'all have been like, this is whack.
Right.
You know, what was dope was like Fat Joe been winning for so long, and then Ja Rule, and it was like, it was a
Ja
hype.
chance to get back out there.
Yeah, we went back out there. Ja was doing all his hits, and every time I looked at his wife, I told her sorry. You know what I mean? Because I love Ja. I love his whole family. So, that to me, that's what it's about.
Want to join Club Shay Shay? Become an official member by hitting that subscribe button, where you never know who's going to be joining us for drinks and conversation. Don't be late to the party, because we like to do something before 2 something.